Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I'm here with the kind of crazy hat again. But yeah, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, that was the light hitting my face because I try to adjust the light in here a bit for you guys for today's video. Yeah, I mean, we've been going over some clips of Kamala Harris lately. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I know I get criticized for accidentally pronouncing it wrong by a lot of people, but yeah, let's watch some political clips. Uh, this is some by our favorite news network, of course. Our favorite news network known as CNN. Really, really reliable, trustworthy communist news network for us to watch. So yeah, let's check this video out. Of course, we got the advertisement. Yeah, I'm just gonna mute that and talk to you guys. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, we're on day 18. 18 more days until the election. Go out and vote.
He tried to flip the word weird against Democrats, and he made a transgender joke about Chuck Schumer.
That's inappropriate.
Who was sitting right next to him. He joked about Doug Emhoff's infidelity in his first marriage. He winked at the assassination attempts against him and much more. Good thing we've got our round table here to break it down. Brian Stelter, what did you make of this performance?
Oh, no, don't ask me first. I thought he was funny. I thought he actually got a few great jokes in. I thought the best moment was we talked about the assassination attempts and made light of what he's experienced, because I think he's experiencing real trauma, real PTSD as a result of the shootings, but he's still able to have a light moment in this room. And he took advantage of the fact that Kamala Harris wasn't there.
Which is really the subtext of this whole thing.
Exactly. That she
They're usually supposed to be in the same room.
It is frustrating, though, that he will not pronounce her name correctly. It's not difficult. And he goes out of his way.
I'm not even trying to copy him when I do that either, if I accidentally do that.
You know, the fact
I just
that
don't
she's
have
not
the best
there,
pronunciation,
smart
honestly.
Move, not so smart move. I mean, she put out this video in it, and actually they brought in like a real comedian to do the bit with her. But she could have done exactly what Trump did and roast him from the stage.
Yes, but let us stop and imagine the moment where this dude makes jokes about your husband's infidelity with his first wife, and you're just sitting there like, oh, man, that was hilarious.
Well, you know what? I have to say, if you were watching, Jim Gaffigan, who was on
Welcome to the stream.
Trump,
if you just joined, hit the like button, share the video.
Grabbed them by their you-know-what, with Melania Trump sitting right there.
Yeah.
She was not amused.
Well, I mean, the audacity of Trump to decide, like, you would think some game.
The audacity of Trump.
You're like, nah, I think we're gonna leave that joke out of here. I don't feel like I'm the person who could tell this, but it is difficult for me to listen to him joke right now because nothing feels funny. I could understand, like, if I were Kamala Harris, the signal I would want to give is, no, I really don't feel like sitting around and joking with this dude right now, because I don't think he presents a lot to joke about at this point.
I also think that it used to be a good-natured, humored way to kind of take some levity into the campaign season. But I don't think it's like that anymore.
Trump 2024. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Vote. How long have we been on stream for already? Okay, only 3 minutes. Surprise.
That to begin with, and then it's a Catholic event where Kamala Harris is running very distinctly on returning the rights of Roe to people. And this is a group that really, really loves that those rights were taken from women in the country. So it feels like, you know what? She only started her campaign in July. He's been running for president since he was inaugurated in 2017, so he can take a break to make some jokes. She's working.
Well, look, she probably didn't think it mattered. I mean, most evangelicals, white Christian churchgoers, voted for Donald Trump. 59% Biden, 49, or 59% Trump, Biden, 40% in 2020. To your point, she's probably looking at this demographic and thinking, based on my policy positions, they're likely not going to vote for me anyway. It's more expedient for me to be in Wisconsin.
Everyone will vote for Kamala.
She may or may not win. For Trump, I think it's important because a larger percent of Catholics don't vote. They're infrequent voters. So if he can turn out 4 or 5% of those voters in some of those swing states, that may make a difference for him in November.
Right, but sure, Michael, this was not an event for evangelical Christians. This is an event for Catholics. Biden won the Catholic vote in 2020, and Trump won the Catholic vote in 2016. So it is an immensely important population, especially in states like Pennsylvania. huge Catholic population, huge ethnic Catholic population, who respond to cultural Catholic things like talking about Catholic schools. That is an enormous, I am Catholic, it is a very, very deep part of our culture is our Catholic schools. They're constantly under budgetary issues and a lot are closing. This was a perfect time. She could have had a lot of smooth things and no one would have noticed if she may have gone, but people noticed that she wasn't there.
I'm an old fogey. I want these traditions to continue. I want our institutions to thrive. And yet I find myself agreeing that there's nothing funny right now. I mean, I thought he had some great one-liners.
He's hilarious. Come on, he's a comedian.
The Eric Adams joke was very funny.
Yeah, that was. There were a couple Eric Adams.
There were a couple jokes that were really good.
I want our politicians to roast each other. I want them to be able to be in the same room and find common ground.
But I think
but it's hard right
Oh,
now.
shout out to whoever just joined the live stream. Really appreciate you for joining. Yeah, share the video, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out my other travel videos. Drop a comment. So I can't really see who joins, but drop a comment.
Kamala Harris and Trump managed to win this election. Is that you got a bunch
Who
of
do you want to win the
after fact
2024
keeps heating up with
election?
Donald
Drop a
Trump,
comment
we
down
have
below.
No idea what this man is capable of if he winds up winning this again. Like I would not want to be the person immortalized in that way. And the internet does not ever forget.
I feel like we keep normalizing him, right? So if you go to this event and you do this good-natured back and forth thing, you're normalizing him as a
But I
candidate.
don't know how much of that is a part of the calculation.
We didn't realize how abnormal he was years ago. Like,
You guys were saying he was so normal.
No. But we got a whole different track record
You're
now.
backpedaling now.
No,
but you were all calling him out of normal.
in 2016, I firmly believe.
Oh, it's the boy. The boy.
Could it really be?
Angelo. He wants Harris 2024. Hell yeah, we want Harris all the way. Harris all the way. Harris 2024.
Make jokes about myself. Okay, I have nothing to
We
say.
already did the review of her crying.
But did he
You weren't impressed.
No, we didn't actually even see the part. We gotta see the part where Trump says Harris for men. The white dudes for Harris.
But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become. If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president. And I actually said, do you mind if I do that? And he said, no, you got to do what you got to do. He's a pro. He's a professional. No, he's a good man, actually. I hate to say it.
He hates to say it, guys. He's a good
I'll
man.
say this dinner was really setting me back when I say it, but I've known him a long time. There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this?
Nastiest slop of my life.
Anybody know?
You love
By somebody
Kamala.
here, White Dudes fan doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. Every one of those people is voting.
All the wives' lovers for white men for Harris are voting for Trump. Let's see, what else do you guys want to see about Trump? We're looking at some Trump clips today. Trump. Apparently he's leading in the polls. I don't know what you guys think of that, but yeah, they're leading in the polls. So we have a chance of Trump winning. Before I was saying Camilla's gonna win. Camilla, I don't know, however you say her name. Oh, we got this new advertisement called
When it comes to the economy,
Broken
do you
Record.
believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
Are they better off now than they were 4 years ago?
Making life more affordable for people. What are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid.
I grew up a middle-class kid.
I grew up in a middle-class family. The American dream right now is really elusive. The American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive. The American dream
At least
is
we can agree
elusive.
about
it's
that.
Just actually not attainable. You know, home ownership for too many people in our country now is elusive. You know, Gone is the day of everyone thinking they could actually live the American dream. You know, we grew up, our parents, where they had the ability to somehow believe
starter price
the
of a
American
home
dream
is so much
was
in
attainable.
Florida,
Prices, in
especially.
particular for groceries, are still too high. The American people know it, I know. Prices for everyday things like groceries are still too high. You know it and I know it. Prices for everyday things like groceries are still too
Broken
high.
record.
You know it and I know it. I know prices are too high still. You know prices are too high still. And we have to deal with it. And we need to deal with that.
You have been vice president for 3.5 years. Yeah. The steps that you're talking about now, why haven't you done them already?
Yeah, these people. Let's see. What else do we have? It says Trump is...
Regístrate en Medway.
No more advertisements. We still got 2 in the stream. We're going strong. 2 in the stream.
Tariffs, very big tariffs on anybody in Mexico that's selling cars are going to hurt our business here.
That is true.
And I said to him, how's that plant coming along, John? And he said,
I heard you say this already. Maybe this isn't from the day. I think that's actually from yesterday. Or the day before even. This guy regrets talking positively about Trump. Trump is a good speaker. We all agree on that. Who is going to say that Kamala or Biden is a better speaker or negotiator than Trump? Who will agree to that? Obama is angry. Yeah, go check out this podcast if you haven't already. I'm definitely going to do a live review when Trump is on Joe Rogan. I'm definitely going to do like a live review when that comes out. Because that'll be like one of the biggest podcasts in history. I don't know how many views that'll do, but a lot. Oh, this weekend I guess Trump is supposed to be going to McDonald's or something to work there. "11 minutes into the stream. Let's see how long we can stream for today." I mean, Trump always makes his funny jokes. Alright, let's type in Harris. Yeah, Trump definitely supports that. I'm not gonna say that live on here for reasons, but Harris! It's white men for Harris! White men for Harris! I think we'll probably go for, 5 more minutes on the live stream, because no one's really joining today either. The first live stream we did pretty good, I feel like. But now I'm kind of questioning it. Obama. At least Kamala Harris has a good excuse if she loses, that she can just say, oh, it's because I joined the election late. Like if I had the full time to be in the election instead of Biden being in there, I could have actually won. I mean, to be fair, no one wants to lose, and I think both sides make excuses if they do lose. But I mean, who knows how, like I said before, it's not really for popular vote. it doesn't really matter who's the popular vote because the Electoral College decides. When did she get mixed reviews?
Mientras ellos juegan su partido, yo juego el mío.
I don't remember any mixed reviews about her recent interview, but let's see what they say. This is Fox News, supposed to be Republican or something. I don't really believe that it's really that Republican. There are some Democrat viewpoints on here. 3 people watching, though. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like button. Drop a comment. I don't know who joined.
It's good to be with you, Brett.
The sit-down was scheduled to start at 5 p.m., so it could air at 6. But Fox's Brett Baer claims Harris showed up 17 minutes late on purpose.
We were waiting at 4:55, and then 5, and then 5:05, and then 5:10. At 5:17, the vice president walked out.
He says she was attempting to throw him off his game.
You know, when the kicker in football, they call a timeout. Right before he's going to kick the field goal. They're icing the kicker.
The interview garnered 7 million viewers, triple Baer's usual audience. And right off the bat, it was a battle royale.
May I finish responding, please?
Oh, we just lost the viewer, man.
You had the White House and the House and the Senate, and they didn't bring up that bill.
Responding.
Throughout the 26-minute exchange, the pair butted heads.
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within.
And when he pressed her on her record, she responded by bashing Trump.
This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the president of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
Reaction today is mixed.
I don't ever remember him saying that he would lock you up for criticism. I think you were crying on an interview because someone criticized you.
Showed up and proved to Fox News viewers that she's not a moron like Trump has called her. She has a command of the facts, and she pushed back on this notion she can't be tough.
Billionaire Mark Cuban says she is everything her opponent is not. Strong, smart.
That dude is slobbing on her knob. That's all I can say. That Mark Cuban guy, I remember in 2015, he used to actually be like pro Trump. Like he was saying like, oh, Trump would make a great businessman. That dude got bought and sold. Like, I don't know why he switched over to being a Democrat or why he all of a sudden came out saying like Kamala Harris. I don't know why exactly he did that, but like it's super strange to me when I see that. I mean, I guess that kind of proves even if you got that billion, even if you're a billionaire, your opinions can be bought and paid for, or you know, your opinions can be paid for some reason, or like, you know, your opinions can change for other reasons, I guess I want to say.
And measured. On the flip side, Megyn Kelly said Brett is crushing this. She is incapable of defending her deadly border policies. This is how Fox assessed the big event.
She came in kind of hot and she got angrier, but at times, especially when she was trying to go after Donald Trump, she was fairly effective in that.
May I finish responding, please?
Can she finish responding, please? Can she finish responding? What else do we want to see? 5 million views.
Madam Vice President, thank you for the time.
That's embarrassing.
It's good to be with you, Brett.
You know, voters tell pollsters all over the country and here in Pennsylvania that immigration is one of the key issues that they're looking at this election, and specifically the influx of illegal immigrants from more than 150 countries. How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into
22
the country?
million. Trump says 22 million. Ooh, what's this?
Americans who are traveling or living abroad have the right to vote from anywhere.
I think I played this advertisement in every single live stream. You can vote from anywhere. That's the only reason I let it play with the volume up.
Make sure you don't. It's only 2.5 weeks to the US election, but that can be an eternity when it comes to politics in that country. Donald Trump definitely has the momentum. Joining me live is Republican strategist John Jordan. John, great to have you on the program again, my friend. The former president has the momentum, but this is still on a razor's edge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But you have to look at the trend lines in this. President Trump has been gaining on Kamala Harris now for a little over 3 weeks. And right now, former President Trump is ahead by the Real Clear Politics averages of all polls in every single swing state. And is with 1.5% of her in the popular vote.
I'm just kidding, guys. Thank God. Thank God.
Outpolling Trump by almost 9.
Hopefully that boy Trump will win.
1.5 now, and Trump never led in any of the swing states in 2020, and he came within 44,000 votes of winning. Nor was he leading in
44,000 votes of winning? That's this close.
Early voting has started.
Is that actually true? Yeah, I think it is true, actually. Trump lost the election last time by about 10,000 to 40,000 votes. Yeah, 10 to 40,000 votes he lost it by. So that means if you're out, you gotta vote. You gotta vote, especially if you're in the swing states like Michigan and Las Vegas and Georgia. If you're in those swing states, you gotta get out there and vote. But yeah, let's continue with the video.
And early voting is going badly for the Democrats in a lot of swing states, in some of the states where we have data, specifically Georgia, and another state that could surprise us by being how close it is, Virginia, which went for the Democrats in both 2016 and 2020. Right now, the data is beginning to accumulate. I want to be careful, not certain, but beginning to accumulate that the Democrats' traditional advantage in early voting is not materializing.
US politics is fascinating. It doesn't matter what angle you look at it from. Can you believe the change? I mean, Trump does have the momentum, understandably, and you just explained that.
The momentum.
It was that when Joe Biden was up against him, it was almost
he destroyed Joe
impossible
Biden.
to consider the Democrats could get anywhere near a win.
Yeah, you have to understand that Kamala Harris, polling in this country is really, really off. And a lot of these organizations are trying to push a narrative. So they'll oversample one group, oftentimes to favor Democrats, which is why you saw in the last 2 presidential contests these enormous misses by public pollsters in the United States in Trump's favor. And this could be a lot of reasons
back to
for
Euro
it.
and Travel News Network.
Thumb on the scale.
And yeah, we're here to give you the latest and greatest news.
Still want to answer pollsters' questions. They never get the samples quite right. Trump always overperforms in polls.
Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're in the live stream, hit the like button.
What it was last time.
We need to get the likes up.
Win the popular vote.
The most likes I think we got in any live stream is literally 3. So let's see if we can get better than 3 likes in this live stream. Come on, give me the 4 likes in this live stream. We got 3 watching right now. 3 live watching.
Interviews that she did, but you'd have to classify them as soft interviews. What did you make of that interview, and is it all too late?
Early voting is going bad.
Well, great question.
For Kamala Harris,
during the beginning of the Kamala Harris campaign, after Joe Biden stepped out of the race, the Democrats went into a strategy of we're going to hide her, we're going to put her in the basement, we're not going to let her do any interviews.
The Joe Biden
because
strategy.
They know what she's like. They've had her for 3 years as the vice president. They know that she can't articulate policy positions. She just engages in psychological bromides and bats her eyes and flips her hair. She doesn't actually address the issues or answer questions directly, and she can't handle anything adversarial. So they hit
Who do you think's gonna win the election? Drop it in the comments. We got 3 live watchers right now. 3 live watchers. Leave some comments for me. Let me know who you think's gonna win the election. Also, leave a like in the video. Check out my other videos if you haven't. I do travel content. I'm starting to do some political live stream videos and other political content as well. So yeah, check out my channel if you haven't.
When did you notice Joe Biden's mental and physical decline? She said, I saw him every day. And she avoided that question. She never talked about immigration. She never once talked about the specifics of any issue. She never once said what she would do. All she wanted to do was pivot back to attacks on Trump. But she never articulated a vision or talked about issues or facts or even said a number. Once. Not once.
Yeah. A couple of the articles I read said bruised but battle hardened. So I'm certainly not in the camp just by myself. But there is that view that it's all a little bit too late because, you know, when you want to win an election, you can't win on the vibe.
No, you can't. The Democrats made a bet that they could win with oodles of money, an American media, which is 100% in the tank for Democrats. I don't think anybody really contests that anymore. and a short and compressed campaign calendar where they can hide her and then praise her ethnicity and her gender, and that would be just enough to coast them through, especially with the lawfare. And the problem they ran into is that its vibes and the media narrative ran into colliding
We have
with
3
Americans'
people watching
lived
in the stream right
experiences with
now.
immigration,
Please
the economy,
hit the. Oh, we lost the
crime,
person.
and of course foreign policy.
Man, hit the like and comment button. Share this video. Let's get the views up. Let's get the likes up. We only got 1 like in the video right now.
So then it would just be kind of, the whole thing kind of got exposed for what it was and collapsed on itself.
You have a military background yourself, John, as well as a legal background. What do you make of what's happening in the Middle East?
Well, right now what's happening in the Middle East is it's going to be interesting because Iran, the mullahs in Tehran have been humiliated. They've seen their prize proxy, Hezbollah, in which they've invested more money than all the others, just dismantled. And they stood by and did nothing. They had Haniyeh, the former head of Hamas, killed in Tehran. They had Sinwar killed, the head of Hamas' successor, killed in Gaza the other day. And Iran's sitting by and doing nothing. They are seeing power and prestige in the region, not just with the other Arab powers in the region and Israel, but with their proxies are beginning to wonder if they can.
Now he's going into geopolitics and all these crazy wars. I mean, just pray out there. That's all I gotta say. We're this close from freaking global warfare and World War III. And at that point, they'll be sending people like me to go to the war. That's the scary thing.
Good to have you on the program. We'll do it again soon.
That's why you got to get out there and vote. November 5th is the last chance. November 5th is the last chance. If not, all I'm going to say is it's going to be a rough next couple of years. Meanwhile, if the other guy wins, if Trump wins, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? He was already president. And it was great. And if you disagree with that, then I don't know what was so wrong about it back then in 2018 and 2017 and 2016 when he got elected.
Me today is Dagan McDowell, Fox Business anchor and co-host of The Bottom Line on Fox Business. Tammy Bruce,
Fox News article title: Harris campaign nervous about gain in swing
board
states.
certified physician, and Patrick J. Murphy, 32nd Under Secretary of the Army and former Pennsylvania congressman. Well, reports of anxiety and all-out panic are beginning, and it could have Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign spun up just a few days
Yeah,
out
she's
from the
definitely
election.
panicking. Her heart, like, right now is like
New York
this.
Post reporting that Democrats
I feel like she actually would cry if she lost. Like, she would actually go on the news and be like, start
and
crying.
being out-messaged. These are Democrats saying this. This as Reuters claims that anxiety is rising in the VP's campaign over Trump's swing state gains. And Democrats are telling Politico that they see warning signs for Harris with Latino men in the must-win state of Pennsylvania. You know, Dagan, one thing I love to do, and maybe it's because I was in press and comms, is read behind the headlines. And when you have Democrats coming out with anxiety, leaking to publications on the state, Pennsylvania Democrats, national Democrats, it usually is a sign that there's some nerve-wracking appetites happening in the campaign.
Republicans are horrible.
Love to read into what the Senate candidates are saying. And if you look at, let's just look.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in the stream. Yeah, I kind of just ended abruptly a bit, but we're almost 30 minutes into this live stream. This is longer than yesterday's stream. We'll try to keep it going like this. Good. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this later on, hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, share the video. Thanks for tuning in. One thing I didn't freaking figure is that, we don't have any control over this kind of stuff. But, yeah, hit the like and subscribe.